India's parliament has officially opened for the monsoon session, but the chambers are largely empty. Daily adjournments have completely paralyzed legislative action. Outside these walls, controversy over the NEET exams and pushback from civil society groups have gridlocked the government, keeping lawmakers from their seats. Citizens are taking extreme measures. Activists like Sonam Wangchuk have initiated severe hunger strikes right outside the parliamentary bubble. This friction has escalated from passive demonstrations into aggressive physical standoffs, with civil society groups clashing directly against state police barricades. But while the public and the media focus on the street level chaos, the government has drafted 5 bills waiting for approval. While the nation's political heartbeat appears to be skipping, a structured legislative agenda is moving toward a rewrite of the rules of Indian society. The first major legislative push aims to catalogue every citizen through the registration of births and deaths amendment. Under the old 1969 system, physical paper records were scattered across thousands of different municipal and state offices. This fragmented approach left the government blind to accurate population data. This diagram outlines the proposed solution: a central digital database. Here, a single digital birth certificate automatically connects with a citizen's school admissions, passport generation, and voter registration. That same push for data centralization extends into the economic sector with the impending Income Tax Amendment Bill. Right now, taxation is heavily governed by temporary ordinances. This bill replaces those with a permanent, simplified digital tax code designed specifically to eliminate legal loopholes and reduce courtroom disputes. Together, these two bills represent a pivot. The state is moving away from a fragmented paper bureaucracy toward a highly centralized digital net tracking every citizen and their assets. The most polarizing piece of this entire legislative agenda is the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, or FCRA, amendment of 2026. This map illustrates foreign contribution, the flow of capital from hubs like London and New York into domestic NGOs across India. As it hits the border, the government argues this unregulated capital is a national security threat capable of manipulating elections and influencing media. This anxiety over foreign money dates back decades. The original FCRA was enacted by Indira Gandhi during the 1976 emergency, specifically to block external interference in Indian democracy. In 2020, the government tightened its grip, capping NGO administrative costs at 20% and forcing all foreign funds to route through a single highly monitored State Bank of India branch in New Delhi. Now, the 2026 amendment sets out to eliminate remaining shell NGOs through granular digital tracking and strict compliance audits. The government insists it is defending national sovereignty. Meanwhile, humanitarian organizations claim they are being deliberately suffocated by red tape. Beyond tracking and compliance, the government has proposed 3 distinct bills aimed at tearing down domestic red tape and facilitating internal growth. The MSME Development Bill targets small businesses. It establishes legal protections against delayed payments by massive corporations while expanding their access to credit. Next is the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan Bill, which aims to reorganize the governance structures currently stalling the country's higher education institutions. Then a proposal to expand the capacity of the nation's highest court, increasing the number of Supreme Court judges from 34 to 38. This chart shows why that expansion is a mathematical necessity. A static baseline of 34 judges is being overwhelmed by a rising curve of millions of backlogged cases, the largest judicial caseload on the planet. Whether it is courts, classrooms, or commerce, these 3 bills share a singular objective: unblocking the bottlenecks that are starving India's domestic potential. Under Article 85 of the Constitution, the President summons these parliamentary sessions to ensure national governance does not halt during a crisis. The street protests outside the chamber are temporary, but the digital and legal code being compiled inside will remain binding. Tracking foreign money, digitizing births, and restructuring the economy, the scope of this session touches almost every aspect of daily life. It leaves the public with a critical question: is strict digital regulation the only path to a secure India, or does it risk suffocating the freedom of its citizens? This monsoon session is an attempt to upgrade the operating system of 1.4 billion people.